Last but not least, 1440. Good morning, it's Thursday, July 2nd, and we've been captivated by a slew of anthropomorphic root vegetables. Okie dokie. Need to know, Seattle's CHOP stopped. Oh, how clever. Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkin, Democrat, ordered the city's Capitol Hill occupied protest zone to be dismantled yesterday, ending a continuous month-long demonstration over police brutality. I feel like their message is their purpose is getting muddled. That's all. The decision follows a Monday shooting, the fourth in or near the zone in less than 2 weeks, that killed a 16-year-old boy. While the shootings were not directly linked to the protests, Durkin said the area had become a security liability. Yeah, that's one reason why their message is being muddled, because what they're actually doing, what they actually accomplished, is proving to the world that we need the police. That's what they accomplished. Congratulations. The self-enforced no police area in one of the city's most vibrant cultural districts sprung up June 8th after nationwide protests sparked by the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Organizers formed the zone after weeks of escalating tensions with police, with the city effectively ceding the area by abandoning the neighborhood's East Precinct police station. Officers reclaimed the station yesterday. At least two dozen arrests were made during the clearing. Should have done more than that, jeez. Facebook boycott begins. A 1-month boycott of Facebook by more than 400 advertisers began yesterday, with big brands including Coca-Cola, Unilever, and Adidas joining the effort. So now's the time for other brands to step in and get those prime spots. Huh? Some say they will pause ad spending for longer than just July. Others are suspending ads across all social media platforms beyond Facebook. All have called on the company to revamp its content moderation policies to better regulate hate speech and misinformation. And hopefully, we will see, excuse me, how getting woke makes you go broke. The pullback is unlikely to leave a financial dent. Ha! Facebook caters to 8 million advertisers, mostly small and medium-sized businesses, and the top 100 advertisers accounted for just $4.2 billion of the company's $66 billion revenue last year. Still, civil rights groups have said the campaign is more focused on driving public perception. Yes, that's always the most important thing now in the days of social media. CEO Mark Zuckerberg agreed yesterday to meet with boycotting companies. If you get the mob on your side, you can do anything. Separately, we're reading this fascinating look at how difficult it can be for journalists to get a straight answer from Facebook. Journalists. There are no real journalists anymore. Journalism is dead. As does Facebook boycott begins, as does the USMCA. A new trade deal governing $1.2 trillion in economic activity quietly went into effect yesterday, as though this is one of President Trump's big accomplishments recently. As the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement formally replaced the North American Free Trade Agreement. Both were generally aimed at reducing tariffs and barriers to trade between the three countries. The law updates point-of-origin rules governing what constitutes a domestically produced good, provides enforcement for labor standards, and more. It also updates provisions around digital goods and services. NAFTA was enacted in 1994 at the dawn of the Internet. The overhaul is projected to raise U.S. GDP by $68 billion. I hope so. That's a 0.35% increase, and add about 180,000 jobs, a 0.12% increase. The U.S. and Mexico saw $671 billion in total trade in 2018, while the U.S. and Canada saw $719 billion. Political observers say the deal's enactment is a signature win for President Trump, who campaigned against the effects of NAFTA throughout the 2016 election. What's your wallet? Ha 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 ha. From The Ridge. Let's play a game. Reach into your back pocket, pull out your wallet, and take a long, hard look. Is it the same tattered leather loaf you've had since college? Or, heaven forbid, some velcroed monstrosity with a zipper coin pouch? Don't be embarrassed. The Ridge is here to help. They're helping you upgrade with the Ridge Wallet, a wallet made to withstand whatever you throw at it. The Ridge designers threw away the manual. They ditched thick folding wallets for a modular slim design with RFID blocking tech and the perfect amount of room for your cards, cash, and ID, aka the stuff you actually need. So check out the Ridge Wallet and test it out. If you don't like it, they'll give you 45 days to return it for free, no questions asked. Put your cash in on the Ridge today. Please support our sponsors. In the know, sports, entertainment, and culture. And I am yawning again. Sorry. Writers Guild of America and major studios agree to new contract, averting a potential writer's strike. Reboot of hit 90s cartoon Beavis and Butthead coming to Comedy Central. Oh, that's just what the world needs. Harvey Weinstein settles sexual misconduct lawsuit in civil case with 9 accusers for $19 million. NFL cuts the 2020 preseason from 4 to 2 games as part of strategy to play amid the coronavirus panic. Minor League Baseball season canceled for first time in 120-year history. Well, there was no word about that in my sports emails today. I guess nobody cares about minor league in the sports world. That's pretty sad. Science and technology. Scientists show human-sized objects can be affected by quantum fluctuations, a phenomenon which primarily affects atomic and subatomic scale objects. The blood-brain barrier allows more blood-borne proteins to enter young brains than previously thought. New study suggests permeability decreases with age, contrary to existing theory. Well, that makes sense. Why was there a contrary theory? MIT pulls down AI training data set with 80 million images scraped from Google over accusations many images were labeled with racist and misogynistic terms. Okay. Okie dokie. Business and markets. Boeing and FAA complete. I don't know why I keep yawning. Boeing and FAA complete certification test flights on 737 MAX in step to potentially return planes to the air by year-end. I do not understand why they've kept harping on this plane. This plane, more than once, has caused plane crashes. And yet, CEOs of Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook to testify before Congress in July as part of ongoing antitrust probe. Business analytics firm Dun & Bradstreet trades up 15% in first day as a public company after $1.7 billion IPO. Internet insurance provider Lemonade, backed by Japan's SoftBank, to start trading today after raising more than $300 million IPO. Feeling overwhelmed by your finances? The Penny Hoarder can help. Get simple, straightforward strategies for making and managing money delivered right to your inbox. Sign up today. Politics and world affairs. Nearly 400 arrested in Hong Kong during the first day of a new national security law meant to tamp down on pro-democracy protests. The UK says it will establish a pathway to citizenship for Hong Kong citizens. Oh, how kind of them. That's if they want to leave Hong Kong? California orders bars and indoor dining closed across much of the state as coronavirus cases spike. The U.S. reports a total of 2.68 million cases as of this morning. How many of those are coming over the southern border? How about we crack down on those, huh? With 128,062 deaths. See 3-day moving average here. Vaccine from Pfizer and BioNTech shows promising early results. Russian voters approve constitutional changes allowing President Vladimir Putin to potentially stay in office until 2036. Wow. Did they really approve of that? That seems questionable. In depth. Eye of the whale from outside. One of the largest toothed predators in the world, sperm whales are renowned for their beauty and intelligence. But for those lucky enough to enjoy a face-to-face encounter, the experience defies description. The capitalization of black from Pointer. On the surface, it's a one-letter difference, but the change has been years in the making. Oh, so are we going to capitalize white now? In mid-June, the Associated Press, with its normally immutable rules of writing, began capitalizing black as recognition of black Americans' shared cultural identity. See the rationale behind the decision here. I'm sorry, there's no rationale unless we are also capitalizing white. Just saying. The perfect wallet. The Ridge has been called the closest to perfection wallets are ever going to get, and has earned 5 stars by more than 40,000 customers. In fact, the Ridge team is so confident that you'll love it, they'll give you free 45-day returns. So buy it and love it, or your money back. No questions asked. Check out the Ridge wallet today. Please support our sponsors. Etc. Welcome to the uncomfortably intriguing world of seductive radishes. Okay. What we know and don't know about coronavirus superspreaders. Superspreaders, huh? Sounds like the type of people who might be coming over the southern border. I'm just saying. A game of Would You Rather for quarantined parents. From our partners. Are you looking for a meaningful domain name for your store? A .store domain name brands your site and tells your customers you actually sell something. Click here to learn more and use code STORE499 at checkout to get an 80% discount. San Francisco rent prices finally found their kryptonite. Really? Is it not the streets full of homeless people crap? And by crap, I mean literal poop. It's not that? What is it? I'm curious. San Francisco apartment rent prices are dropping fast as tech companies embrace remote work and unemployment rises. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in San Francisco fell 11.8% year over year in June, following a 9% year-over-year drop in May. Tech companies like Twitter and Facebook are embracing remote work on a long-term basis, leading some tech workers to leave the city as they will no longer need to commute to an office. Rising unemployment thanks to the coronavirus panic and lockdown may also be a factor. Okay. So it's not all the homeless people and the shit on the sidewalks and the syringes and such. A record number of Americans say the country needs more immigration. I highly doubt that that's the entirety of it. Probably more immigration of skilled people. Why your dog may be fainting on the 4th. Because they're afraid of the loud sounds. More immigration from people who will actually help our economy. Most likely. The Detroit Police Department's facial recognition software is wrong 96% of the time. That's a big number. And Disney will occupy your children with free online drawing classes. That's cool. Clickbait. Our horoscope from 1979 is spot on. Warning. Language. History book. Thurgood Marshall, first African-American U.S. Supreme Court Justice, born 1908. Amelia Earhart disappears on flight round the world, 1937. Rest in peace, Ernest Hemingway, 1961. Civil Rights Act is signed into law, 1964. And California is currently repealing similar laws in their own country. What a great accomplishment. Rest in peace, author and Nobel Peace Prize winner Elie Wiesel, 2016. Courage is grace under pressure. Ernest Hemingway. That's a lovely quote. Courage is grace under pressure. Okie dokie. That's all for today. Thank you, and goodbye.